Today we're going to be taking a look at a percent problem, but not only a percent problem. We're going to be looking at a problem, specifically a word problem, that has multiple markups or markdowns inside the problem. And if I read this problem, we'll actually see there's multiple percent going and taking place in this problem. During a sale, a store offered a 40% discount on a particular camera that was originally priced at $450. After the sale, the discounted price of the camera was increased by 40%. What was the price of the camera after this increase? Okay, so this problem here, there are multiple ways to solve this problem right here. We're going to be going over a few of them, I think 3 of them right now very quickly. Now, one of the first things I can do is I can actually figure out what is 40% of 450. So that's where I'm going to start. This 40%, I'm going to change into a decimal. To change it into a decimal, we divide by 100. A lot of calculators, if you actually type in 40%, it will actually convert it for you. But I know not all of them will. So you can also get that by dividing by 100. And we're going to multiply by this 450. And what this does is we are taking the percent of the discount times my original price, and it is going to give me 180. In this case, $180. Now, because we use our 40% as our discount, this is representing $180 discount, which is not how much it's going to cost during this sale, but how much we are going to save during this sale that is going on. Notice 40% discount means we are saving 40%. It's not going to cost us $180. That's less than half. We're going to save this amount of money. So if I wanted to figure out how much it's going to cost, since this is a discount and the price is going down, we are going to subtract these and get this $270 during sale. That is how much I would pay during this sale right here. Now, there are multiple markup and markdowns in this problem here. So we're not just going to stop right here. We also want to increase this by 40%. Now, one thing that we cannot do is I cannot say, you know what, we're just going to go back up to 450. Because this 40%, we are increasing off of the discounted price. It even says that the discounted price was increased by 40%. So we are not using this 450 again. Now when I try to solve this 0.40, I am multiplying that times the new price of 270 that I have here, which is going to tell me a different amount again. A quick type in my calculator tells me that these two multiplied together is 108, which once again is not the actual price of the camera, since this is supposed to be going up. This $108 is the amount of markup, or another way of saying it, the amount that we are increasing the price of this camera by. So just like we did before, our second step is going to be to take this amount that we had, but in this case, since it's the markup, we're going to add on that 108. Gives me $378. And that is my final price for this camera. Now, this is considered the long way. There's a lot of steps that are going on in this problem. So I did want to introduce a couple other ways that we can possibly solve this even a little bit quicker than what we just did right there. So let me just quickly erase this. Of course, it doesn't erase everything. There we go. And we're going to try this a second way and see if we can figure it out maybe a little bit easier. Now, what you may have learned is that 40% Okay, this is a discount of 40%. So basically, we are starting with our original price, and we are getting rid of 40% of that price. That's confusing. Okay, maybe word it a little bit differently. We have 100% of the price, and we are getting rid of 40% of it. Which means, whichever way you want to solve this right here, we're getting either 0.6x, also known as 60% of the price. And this is what we have in this problem. And an easier way to think about it is we have my original. We are subtracting the discount, and it is equaling my amount that we pay. We are paying for 60% of that camera. So instead of taking this and doing this at the end of the problem like we just did in the last example, this time we're doing it first. So we're actually figuring out, you know what? We're paying for 60% of this. And we can actually use this to solve this slightly quicker than we did before. I can take this 60% now and multiply that by 450. And because we are not solving for this 40% discount, we are technically solving for 60% that we pay. We get this $270 right away. $270 during the sale. We get our answer very quickly. And from this 270, we can also say, you know what, we're increasing this by 40% as well. But we're not going to use 0.60 anymore. Now we are going to take this 270, and instead we're going to multiply it by an increase of 40%. So if we had our x, we'd be adding this 0.4x. Or if we are talking about 100%, we are adding an extra 40%. So we are actually going to multiply this by 140% right here. Which 270 times 1.4 does give us 378. Once again, same answer we had before, a little bit quicker. And because we now can use these numbers and we can actually find out an answer without needing that extra step at the end of it, we can actually solve this in one giant step here if we wanted to as well. I can take our original 450 and say, you know what, we are paying for 60% of it. And then we are paying for 140% of that. And if you actually type this entire thing in your calculator, or solve this in one giant step as well, you could do that also, you will get your answer of $378 right away in one expression right there.